Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been eagerly waiting for is finally here. Downton Abbey is making its grand return. Can you believe it?
We're all very excited because finally it has been confirmed that there's going to be another Downton film.
That's right. After charming audiences for years on TV and then hitting the big screen not once, but twice, the beloved series is returning for a third movie spin-off.
We're in production for the third Downton Abbey movie.
Who will be in the cast of Downton Abbey 3? Will Imelda Staunton be making a comeback for the third film? What is the plot of Downton Abbey 3? Well, intrigued? Stick around till the end of the video, and we'll explore some juicy speculations, and we've also got some exciting theories. For those who've been living under a rock, Downton Abbey follows the lives of the Crawley family and their loyal servants in early 20th century England. It all kicks off with the sinking of the Titanic in 1912, which throws Downton Abbey's future into uncertainty.
I don't suppose there are any lists of survivors yet?
I understand most of the ladies were taken off in time.
You mean the ladies in first class?
The owner, Robert Crawley, the 7th Earl of Grantham, is on a mission to find a new heir to keep the estate going.
It's time for me to take a back seat.
Think aristocracy, intrigue, and of course, tea time drama. Now let's take a trip down a memory lane and revisit where the last film left us. After the series wrapped in 2015, though some of us felt it could have ended sooner, right? The first movie dropped in 2019, taking us to 1927, where the Crawleys thwarted an assassination attempt on King George V. Now, on to Downton Abbey, a new era. This time, we followed the Grantham crew as Lady Violet dropped a bombshell. She owned a villa in the south of France.
You never thought to turn it down?
Do I look as if I'd turned down a villa in the south of France?
Most of the action happened there, as the family processed Violet, passing the property to her great-granddaughter, Sibby. But here's where it gets juicy. The movie ended with a major plot twist: the death of the beloved Lady Violet. Turns out, she had a secret fling with a marquis down in the south of France, and her family uncovered the truth.
With that, I will say goodnight and leave you to discuss my mysterious past.
Meanwhile, Lady Mary found herself in a romantic tangle, missing her husband and cozying up to director Jack Barber filming at Downton.
May I kiss you?
Well, love was truly in the air. Even the servants were caught up in romance, with Mr. Molesley popping the question to Phyllis Baxter.
Will you marry me, Miss Baxter? I mean, Phyllis?
But amidst all the romance, there was some sad news too. Barrow, the Abbey's butler, decided to hang up his coat and call it quits.
You don't need to explain, Barrow. I wish you well. And I hope you'll be as happy as our cruel world allows.
Phew, that's a lot to digest. All right, guys, now that we've revisited the past, it's time for the most interesting part: speculations about the plot of the new movie. What can we expect from this eagerly awaited sequel? What jaw-dropping plot twists can we assume? Here's our thoughts, and we're dying to know your predictions and guesses. Share them in the comments. So, let's start with Lady Mary, played by the amazing Michelle Dockery. We've seen her character grow over the years, and it'd be really interesting to see her stepping up even more into the role of family matriarch, especially as we approach World War II.
We don't need a replacement.
Why not?
Because I'm his replacement.
Can you imagine Mary becoming the next Dowager Countess? It's not out of the question, especially with her showing a softer side lately, especially in the films.
You're strong enough for the task.
But am I, Carson?
Then there's the exciting prospect of American characters coming to the forefront. The Crawleys might open their world to new personal and business relationships across the ocean.
I'm not much in a drawing room, but I am good at business.
No.
You know what? That's something exciting. We've seen Downton tackle big issues before, like women's suffrage movement, birth control, and post-traumatic stress.
Do you support women's rights?
I suppose I do.
Who knows what global events might come into play in the next movie? Well, in the new film, we're probably looking beyond 1928, where a new era left off. Think of the roaring 30s with fancy new talkie movies and all that jazz. But beneath the glamour, the world is on the edge of chaos, with Europe heading towards another disastrous conflict. Such a dramatic setup, isn't it? And let's not forget the fan theories floating around. Maybe we'll see Harold dealing with the fallout from 1929, showing us how the aristocracy coped with the financial crash. Or perhaps the Crawleys will find themselves right in the middle of the Great Depression, both at home and abroad. Just imagine them navigating the ups and downs of that era. Must be really tough.
Are you really telling me that all the money is gone?
I'm afraid so.
And hey, with Fellows' love for throwing in unexpected twists, who knows what secrets are about to surface?
You should have told me!
With the chance of a last treat before illness took over our lives?
Some fans even speculate that it may turn out that Martha isn't actually Cora's mother. Sounds crazy, but in the world of Downton Abbey, anything can happen. The news of the third movie came straight from the horse's mouth, or rather, Focus Features and Carnival Films, who announced it in May 2024. And guess what? The cast couldn't be happier.
You come back together and it's like no time has passed at all.
So, let's have a look at the star-studded lineup for the third Downton Abbey movie. With an Oscar nomination under his belt, Paul Giamatti is back on the set of Downton Abbey, ready to bring Harold Levinson back to life.
How do you do? Harold Levinson.
You're mistaken, sir. I'm not Harold Levinson, whoever he may be.
No. I'm Harold Levinson.
Also, back to delight us on the screen are other familiar faces we've grown to love. Elizabeth McGovern, Hugh Bonneville, Michelle Dockery, and Laura Carmichael. Joining them are Jim Carter, Phyllis Logan, and Robert James Collier, who already became like family to us. And let's not forget the talented Joanne Froggatt, Alan Leach, and Penelope Wilton, along with Leslie Nicole, Michael Fox, and Raquel Cassidy. Completing the ensemble are Brendan Coyle, Kevin Doyle, Harry Haddon Payton, Sophie McShera, and Douglas Reith. But wait, there's more. Dominic West will be reprising his role as the silent film star Guy Dexter from Downton Abbey: A New Era.
Please call me Guy.
What's your real name?
Quentin. Quentin Sidebottom.
And joining the Downton crew are some new faces, such as Joely Richardson, who you may recognize from 101 Dalmatians, and Red Sparrow, and Alessandro Nivola, who recently appeared in The Many Saints of Newark. Plus, we're welcoming Simon Russell Beale, known for his roles in The Death of Stalin and Thor: Love and Thunder, and Artie Frusciante, who's been part of Carnival Row and House of the Dragon. So, expect nothing short of an electrifying performance from these powerhouse talents. Now, there's one name notably missing from the lineup: Imelda Staunton, who played the lady-in-waiting Maud Bagshaw in the previous films. Back in March, she told BBC Radio 2's Zoe Ball that, yes, there will be a final film. There you go. But what about NDA, you will think? Actually, maybe she's still channeling her inner Queen Elizabeth. After all, why sweat the small stuff when you're royalty?
Yeah, I think that's quite a good feeling.
While it seems Imelda won't be making a comeback, we're keeping our fingers crossed for a surprise cameo. And what about Maggie Smith's iconic character, Violet Crawley? Well, she bid farewell in the second film, remember?
Stop that noise. I can't hear myself die.
Anyways, we're still hoping for a flashback to see Maggie on screen once more. And there you have it. Get ready for another fantastic ride through the halls of Downton, because these guys won't disappoint.
We can't wait to see you.